Hello, I'm Coach Mark. Nice to see you. So if you're new to my channel, a warm welcome. If you haven't already subscribed, you might like to do so. We're not a big channel at all because I don't spend a lot of time on here. In fact, I can't remember the last video I created because I'm so busy creating great experiences with my clients online. And of course, I do a lot of my own stuff these days. I love art, I love music, and coaching is just a tiny fragment now of what I build my life around. But for the last 6 years, I've spent thousands of hours online coaching with clients worldwide, everybody from doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, really high pressure industries where many of my clients come with public speaking confidence issues, anxiety, or perhaps English as a second language. Many of them come though simply because they're overwhelmed. And that's what these new series of videos I'm putting up here is all about, because for me, I've kind of done my time in coaching. You know, these days I coach, very rarely I coach with select clients by invitation only usually. I'll reach out to you. Sometimes people reach out to me and you can check out my website. The details are all down below. But the point is this, I'm just here to distill everything that I've learned over my time and to share a few insights as to what's going on. Most people these days are struggling not from a lack of growth, but actually from doing too much. So does this sound like you? Are you finding that you've got a full-on schedule, you've got everything on your Google spreadsheet or your Notion database of everything you've got to do, but you're just not getting it done? Yeah? Maybe you feel that you're not hitting your targets you set for yourself. You want to perhaps achieve certain things each week, but for some reason you seem to either self-sabotage it or just procrastinate and put it off. Maybe something's just always getting in the way and you can't understand why and you're beating up on yourself. And stay with me because these videos are going to help you. I'm going to be sharing my tips and techniques and letting you know exactly what is going on psychologically, because here's the thing, less is more. Now I know we hear that a lot, people throw it around like it's confetti, but let me explain. Less really is more. Here's the deal. These days I coach law of attraction and vibrational metaphysical coaching. Whoa, what is that? Okay, it's a big mouthful. If you're new to this space, you might want to do some digging around and you can have a chat with me and I can give you an idea of where to look to get a basic insight. Or you can have a free session with me, a free trial session. But the point is this. I coach my clients to understand your feeling and your vibration, your energetic frequency is everything to do with your success. You see, when we're brought up, when we're little, when we go to school, we're told you must work hard, right? You've got to put in the effort, you've got to put in the hours. Now, I knew somebody who, she was a great lady and she studied very, very hard to get her degree. And she slogged herself out. That's a good British word. She really did burn the midnight oil. But her peers were just like doing a few hours and then going out partying. And they got fantastic, fantastic degree results. But she was she got her degree result, but she put in so much effort and she thought, why? How are they able to do that? But why do I always have to work harder? And she just sucked it up and thought that's what her life was. She thought she always had to work hard. Unfortunately, even till today, she's still running her life like that because she's got a mindset given to her from her family that that's what you do. You just got to slog it out. But here's the real secret. Less truly is more. You see, whenever we slog ourselves out, we're putting resistance into our vibrational frequency. Now, again, this might sound like complete gobbledygook to you if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about here. You might want to look into people such as Neville Goddard. That's a great introduction to what I'm speaking about here. Maybe even if you're into this, Abraham Hicks. But if you're not even into that and law of attraction, let's just talk NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. Now, that's the way that you use your subconscious to create the reality and the outcomes that you want. It's like priming your subconscious, and that's what I'm speaking about here. So to me, it's all the same. Law of attraction, NLP, it's pretty much the same kind of stuff with different names. There is only one truth, and that's this. Your frequency and your feeling is everything to do with your success. Right? So when you're relaxed and you go with the flow, you will achieve more, you'll feel more productive, you'll be calmer, you'll be able to radiate that energy that tells the other person, if you're trying to work with them as a client, they can trust you. that you know what you're doing, because you really do, because you're coming from a centered place. But here's the thing. As I said at the beginning, you might be someone who's really professional, right? You might be a lawyer. I work with mergers and acquisitions lawyers, I work with contract lawyers, I work with surgeons who perform life-changing operations or emergency surgery. And it's high pressure stakes. And in the case of the doctors, yeah, if they mess that up, someone does die, okay? It's serious business. The thing is this: if you're overly focused, if you try too hard, you put too much resistance into the system, and actually you attract chaos. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. You see, you're sending out the vibrational frequency from a place of desperation, of need, of lack. You're saying, oh, I've got this really busy schedule, I've got to get this done today. If I don't get this done, everything piles up. And what you're basically doing is saying to the universe, I want everything piling up. Your subconscious is like a 2-year-old. Okay, it just sits there and listens. You know, like if you've been around kids and they can be happily playing around with the adults and the adults are chatting, the minute the adults say something that might interest the kids, their heads are up, right? What did you just say, right? And you think they've been ignoring the conversation the adult's been having, but they are listening all the time. The same with your subconscious. It is listening all the time. So I'd like you to ask yourself today, what am I saying to myself? What is my regular thought about myself on a day-to-day basis? Am I putting myself under too much pressure? Am I criticizing myself unnecessarily? Am I beating myself up? Because if you are, that's where part of your problem lies. In addition, if you push yourself to go further and think, well, I didn't do it today, so I'll double down on it tomorrow, okay? You're putting more pressure on yourself, which spikes your anxiety loop. Many of my clients come to me because they're high-performing professionals, but now they're filled with anxiety, they're having panic attacks, they don't know where it's coming from, and they think it's simply because they need to just get a better schedule, okay? I looked at a client's schedule the other day and I thought, oh my God, no wonder you're feeling overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed just looking at that schedule. He had no downtime for himself. So here's the thing I'd like you to think about from this little video today. Are you missing your own downtime? Are you? Like, when did you last just sit with yourself? I don't mean sit with yourself while scrolling. I don't mean sit with yourself while listening to something as a podcast. I don't mean sit with yourself while you're watching me. I mean sit with you, nothing else to distract you, and just be with yourself. Yeah, and that's what I coach these days. It's called presence coaching, presence immersion coaching. Many of my clients, they've had coaching in the past. I offered all types of coaching, you know, productivity coaching, public confidence speaking coaching, English as a second language coaching. Here's the thing, I now realize many of them don't need any of that hardly. They just need someone to sit with them in a session, to be with them and help them regulate their own system. You don't need a new system, a new plan. You need your own nervous system to work with you. And that's what I bring into our coaching sessions. It's an energetic transference, but actually it's more of a recalibration. When you sit with me in a session, we really just bring you back into yourself. But you can try to do this on your own. You don't need to necessarily have a session to do it, but it can really help. So try it. Just find 30 minutes once a week for you. Go do something, just sit somewhere out of the way, just listen to nothing. Or perhaps if you prefer, you might find it easy to light a candle and focus on the flame, something to keep you focused on that, but I just want you to clear your mind. Some might say it's meditation, but you don't have to sit there in a Zen position and close your eyes or do any strange noises, okay? Or listen to any weird meditative music. We just want you to stop, because the world is too noisy, the world is too busy, and I guarantee you, you do that once a day or even once a week for 28 days, a whole month nearly, you'll notice something changing in your life. Less chaos will come, your panic attacks and anxiety will decrease slightly, you'll just feel better because you're taking time for you. So if this has resonated with you, drop me a comment down below, let me know, share with others, okay, what's going on for you. And I hope that distilling a little bit of this knowledge every now and again can really help anybody who needs to hear this message understand less really is more. You're working against yourself otherwise. Stay safe. I'll see you soon.